Now let your breathing be natural and set your intention, your motivation, so that we can learn methods that can help us cultivate more balance, more well-being, and dissolve mental afflictions. Be free from negative emotions and be able to be more present, mindful, caring with ourselves and others. Now for this practice, let's check our posture. Make sure to be in the sitting posture. Find balance. Make sure your knees or your legs are stable, grounded, that your spine is straight, your head in balance. Relax your forehead, your eyelids. Relax your jaw. Leave the tip of the tongue behind the upper teeth. Slightly touching the palate. Tuck in your chin. Relax your shoulders and neck. Allow the air to come natural by having your spine straight. Let the breathings be natural. Relax your torso, arms, and hands. Relax your legs and your feet. Now we are going to visualize in the center of our bodies, in front of our spine, a blue channel made of light. size is similar to your little finger, your pinky finger. It runs from the top of our heads where it's open like a funnel, down 4 fingers below the navel, where it closes in a round shape, like the end of a cane. Now, parallel to the central channel, there are 2 channels, one on the right, one on the left. If you're a female, the right channel is red and the left channel is white. If you're a male, visualize the right channel white and the left channel red. This comes from your nostrils up to the head, where they curve. And they run down parallel to the central channel, down below the navel, where they connect to the central channel. In that navel chakra, now we are going to open our eyes and look at me. See my hands, and we're going to put the thumb finger below our ring finger, making a little pressure there. And we are going to close the other fingers. Okay? Lightly, not pushing too hard. Now we're going to put our hands in our thighs, close to our body. Open a little bit. Kind of where our legs, our thighs join our hips. And we're going to try as much as possible to straighten our arms and our elbows. Of course, at the beginning, this can be hard or difficult, so don't worry if they're a bit flexed. But just, if you can, straighten your back and straighten your arms as much as possible. And we're going to take our right hand and we're going to bring it to the knee, and we're going to do this movement up. Okay? When we do this, we're going to exhale through the nose, hold the air. Then we're going to extend our arm and our finger, do a turn around, and bring it to our left nostril. and cover our left nostril. Now we're going to visualize light of the channel coming in. So females, we're going to visualize red light coming into this right channel, and men, you're going to visualize white light coming into the white channel. So when you inhale, bring that light clear and pure. The red one symbolizes wisdom, the white, compassion. We're going to bring, visualizing the air coming down with that light, connecting in our navel chakra, and then coming out of the other nostril. When we do this coming out, we're going to change our finger to the other nostril and exhale. We're going to exhale dark red light, like dirty energy of attachment if we are a woman, or grayish, whitish, grayish light if you are a man. The disturbing affliction of anger. So let's do that. Again, we bring our hand, exhale, hold the air out, then extend your hand, make a curl, inhale, red or white light corresponding, bring it down to the navel, connect it to the other channel, change your finger, and exhale. And we're going to exhale a little bit forcefully, bringing completely all air out. We're cleaning the channels and exhaling the stale breath. That gets, normally we inhale and exhale and leave some air in the lungs that never comes out. So try to exhale. At the end, make a little push extra push to exhale more. Okay, now we're going to do it again, but just changing the finger to the other nostril. Again, inhale red or white, clear light into your right channel. Bring it down to the navel, connect to the other channel, and exhale dark red, woman, dark white, male. And one more time. Inhale deeply, clear light. Exhale, dirty light. Exhale the anger or the attachment corresponding. Now we're going to bring our hands to rest in our leg again. Now we're going to do the same with the other hand. We're going to bring it up and exhale. Take out all the air. Now make a curl. Cover your right nostril. Now, females inhale white light. Male inhale red light. Pass it to the other channel in the navel and move your finger. Exhale through the other nostril. Dirty light energy of attachment and anger. Let's do it one more time. Inhale. Exhale. Forcefully at the end to bring out all the stale air. One more time. Exhale. Now bring your hand down. And now we're going to put both hands in our thighs. We're going to do a little pressure there. Extend our arms. And then move a little forward. Inhale through both nostrils. Bring blue light through both channels down to the navel. Contract a little bit the lower muscles, the perineum up. Retain for a moment, connect that blue light, put it into the central channel, and exhale through both nostrils, dirty blue light of ignorance. So we inhale again, blue light of wisdom, bring it to both channels, down into the central channel, and up through the central channel, exhaling through both nostrils, cleaning and releasing dark blue out, dirty blue. One more time. And this time, move a little bit, shake a little bit your body while you are bringing that energy in. Bring it up, contract your muscles down, up the central channel, exhale. Make a little forceful at the end to exhale all the still breath. Now rest your hands on your knees or your thighs. Keep your spine straight. See your 3 channels filled with blue, red, and white, clear, clean light. Let your breath become natural. Allow everything to settle. Notice the sensations of the breath throughout your body. Without effort. Just resting in the present moment. Close your eyes and rest. Relax the muscles of your face and any other points of tension in your body. Consciously relaxing with each out breath. All our attention is in the sensations of the breath. If you perceive any sounds, sensations, perceptions, ideas, let them arise and pass. and return gently to rest. The sensations of the breath throughout your body. If your mind is sinking or is dull, experiencing laxity or sleepiness, focus more clearly, with more interest in the sensations of the breath. Let your mind be focused and clear, vivid. Do not let your mind continue sinking. Let's finish dedicating this practice so that we can continue learning and practicing the methods that can help us find balance in our bodies and minds, cultivate the qualities of the heart, develop concentration and wisdom in order to realize our true potential, our true nature, in order to be happy, genuinely happy, free from suffering, and help other sentient beings as well. Stretch a little bit. So this is the 9 breathing exercise to clean the channels, the subtle body. And at the beginning, it's a bit difficult to remember all the visualization, but once you do it a number of times, you just memorize it, and then it's very easy to do it in a few minutes. It's recommended to do it once a day to keep our subtle channel clean and healthy. And also this affects our mind and our physical body, so it has benefits, right? It also removes blockages, and it helps us meditate better, because when we have some disturbances in that subtle body, we're going to meditate with attachment, with grasping, with rejection, or our minds are going to be very distracted. So if we do this exercise, it will help our minds settle and meditate easier, be able to focus, and it will also help us balance emotionally, balance this prana or lung, this wind we have, right? So the channels are the width of your little finger. Pinky finger is called, right? So put your finger like this and just observe it. Each one of us has it of a different size, but that would be the width of your channel, right? And then it comes in, the 3 channels are that size. And they're hollow and made of light. So the central channel, it opens in the top chakra at the head, in the head, near the crown of the head. And it opens like a funnel. Is that a word? Funnel, right? So it opens a little bit. It has an opening like this, round. Then it comes down, 4 fingers below the navel. Put your hand 4 fingers below. That's the point where we have this navel chakra, that energetic center. So in the lower part, it closes in a round shape, more like a cane, right? It's round. Then we have the other channels coming from the nostril up to the head, where they curve, again like a cane. They curve like this, okay? So they do this curve, and then they go parallel to the central channel, down, and in the bottom they connect to this central channel. The 3 of them are connected at this point in the navel chakra, okay? There is some lineages that do this breathing slightly different. There's different ways of doing it. Also, there are some that instruct that everybody visualize the white channel on the right, whether you're woman or man. But there's also some that are more specific in that female you have the right channel red, and male you have it white. We have them inverted, right? So it's okay if you learn it in another way and you want to do it in another way. There's also some traditions that make it just three breaths, right? So you just breathe one on each channel. But there are several that do it with a 9 breathing, because if you do it 3 times on each side, then it's more cleaning, right? And also there are some where you take the breath on the nostril, for example, the right nostril, and you exhale through the same nostril. But in this particular one, you exhale through the other one. So the cleaning of the channels is going like that, from channel to the other channel. So I've been instructed in doing it in several ways with different teachers. This one is the one I like more, but if you go to a retreat and they do it differently, be open to experiment with it, to try it, and see what works best for you. Okay? Now, those are the main points. There's, in the Tibetan yogas, different kinds of breathing. When we exhale, and we do it a little bit long or forcefully, there's 3 types. There's one that is just very gentle out. There's one that is medium forceful, the exhale, and then there's one that is strong. You push strong and fast. Others are shorter. So they have different purposes in the Tibetan yogas, but for this exercise, we just need to make sure we're exhaling all the stale breath, all that is, and we are empty before taking the next in-breath, okay? And then connecting the flow of exhale, inhale, one and the other. Find that rhythm. Pause in the middle, and remember when we are kind of bringing the light into the central channel, we do a little bit of a contraction of the lower muscles to help that movement of the energy coming in. We also do this movement of coming a little bit front when we inhale and straightening our back. Also, when we are doing this inhalation of the through the two nostrils in blue light, we move a little bit, we shake a little bit, very gently, or we can kind of let our body just move once and let our body kind of find that balance without like forcefully being moving or stiff, but just very gently, very loose. And this helps also the energy coming in, right? There's also a way to do this, and we can incorporate this, but I didn't want to give you too much instruction. When we are doing the exhale, we are exhaling, and with the other hand, we can do like this. Then we bring it in again. Then we exhale. Okay? So we open our fingers, and we are kind of releasing energy through there too. So that's another thing we can incorporate, right? Those are the main points. And maybe today you didn't notice any difference in your meditation, but as you do it more and more, you will feel that when you do the exercise, then your mind settles, is more present, it's easier to concentrate, it's more clear, it dissipates the dullness, the lack of clarity. It's a helpful exercise. Okay? Any questions? Was clear?
You said white was compassion and red is wisdom.
Wisdom. White is compassion, red is wisdom. White is associated with the male energy, red with the female energy. Compassion and white are associated with skillful means, and red and wisdom with the wisdom of emptiness, of understanding emptiness, realizing the understanding of emptiness. And blue is the energy of the enlightened mind, the deeper level of wisdom. And when we clean the channels, the dirty red would be attachment, and the dirty white would be anger. Okay? So that visualization also helps us. And when we exhale through both nostrils, dirty blue, it will be ignorance. Okay? So we are cleaning those three roots of suffering, which are ignorance, attachment, and anger or aversion. We are kind of exhaling those.
Is anger? White is anger? Dirty white is anger?
Anger or aversion. Aversion means not wanting, rejecting, and it's also called anger because it's a energy that is pushing away. We don't want it, right? Things that we reject. So from aversion manifest anger, upset, all kinds of rejection and negative emotions associated with not wanting. And with the red, we associate attachment, the dirty red, and it's this energy of wanting, craving, but with a negative aspect, right? Desiring, attachment, holding on to everything we perceive as pleasant. We hold on to and get attached to. So that's the mental fictions we are cleaning. And ignorance, of course, we're referring to the misconception of reality, the projecting things that are not really there, grasping, right? So we use these three words. Any questions? Any other questions? Yeah?
Can it be also connected to the Vajrasattva purification practice which is done in Tibetan Buddhism or not?
It's different. The Vajrasattva, you are visualizing Vajrasattva above your head and experiencing a purification of white light. So it's coming through your pores as a dark smoke, but you don't use the colors. Although if you are, for example, doing a Vajrasattva retreat, you can do this exercise in the mornings and it will help your Vajrasattva practice. But Vajrasattva in itself is a practice that has a set of exercises and visualizations and mantra recitation. Each sadhana, the sadhana is like a whole practice from beginning to end of a tantric deity. So each sadhana contains all the steps and are particular to that practice, to that Buddha form that you are practicing and identifying with. In the case of Vajrasattva, it's for purification, but you're mainly purifying negative karma. So you bring to mind negative actions of body, speech, and mind, and you're purifying them. So, of course, the Vajrasattva practice will also help clean your channels, get rid of attachment, aversion, and ignorance, but that's a tantric practice. And Vajrasattva. Vajrasattva. So maybe we have him here. Is there anybody sees a Vajrasattva around here? No? Maybe back there? Not sure. Anyways, if you see all these figures we have around, well, these are the taras but they're very similar. This might be a Manjushri. We have different Buddha figures, and they represent aspects of our Buddha mind. So one represents wisdom, other represents compassion, Vajrasattva represents purification. Each one of them is an aspect of the Buddha mind. So we identify with that aspect, we recite its mantra, and we visualize ourselves. If we have received empowerment or the initiation, we can visualize, we have permission, and then by doing the practice repeatedly, it has effects on our practice, on our path, on our life, right? But we will talk a little bit more about this later. Right now, this exercise of the yogas, of the 9 breathing exercise, is just to clean our subtle body and help us meditate better in whichever meditation we do, and if we're in retreat, it also will be helpful. Okay?
Will we have opportunity to practice it together again?
Yeah, we're gonna do it every day from now on as a short introduction to our morning session. We will be doing it in the mornings, and that way you will be able to memorize it and experience the effects, and it will become like a habit that you can bring after retreat into your daily practice, and that is very beneficial. So we will be doing it again, and I will be mentioning again the main points so that you remember. We will do it together. Now, it's important that you find the right posture for meditation. I'm saying that some of you, and even me, because kind of our chair of our cushion is kind of pushed back, our knees are not touching. So, can anybody lend me a small cushion instead of? Maybe I use that one. Yeah, thank you. So, if you get a cushion, and you can even fold it, you want to make sure that the back, your lower back is a little bit elevated, and your knees are down. So you want this chair is a bit short, but you want to be. Excuse me?
Do you want another chair?
No, it's okay. It's just for the purpose of showing you. So you want to be elevated back, and make sure your knees come down. So try touching the floor. If you can't touch, because it's very difficult, you can put cushions below your knees. Yes, but it would be better if you had some cushions down here to create more stability. And if you elevate the lower part of your body, then this lower back will be easier to keep straight, you see? And then you don't have to do any effort. Then you can settle into the posture very well and for long periods of time. So try moving to the front, to the edge of the cushion, and see if you can go down more. Yeah, that's much better. But still, you have to do you have some tension here. So you want to put some cushions or something here so that your knees are completely stable. And yeah, that's very good, very, very good. Yeah, maybe you need extra cushion. You can fold the last one, right? So try to experiment with that, move a little bit, and make sure that your lower back is kind of naturally pushed to the front, but not because you have to do effort. It's because you're elevated back, so you come to the front a little bit. Then it's easy to keep your back straight. Now, if you have a problem of the back and it's hurting, you can be like with a wall behind and putting a cushion in your back and towards the wall. That can give you support and be helpful, right? So the idea is that the more stable we are, the easier the posture, then we will be able to forget about our bodies and be able to be completely focus on the mind or the sensations of the breath. The posture is going to help our meditation by having our spine straight naturally and not making effort. So at the beginning it can be a little bit uncomfortable, but it's better than being sitting with the knees here and not being stable and having some kind of pain or pressure here. We want that, and we want not to be making effort to keep the spine straight, okay? So experiment with that, and that will help. Now, when we put the hands here, we want to be able to stretch our arms. So at the beginning, it might feel like our shoulders are going up, and that's okay too. It's difficult to tuck in our elbows, right? But just every time you do it, push a little bit down and straighten your back as much as you can, and do it while we do the 9 breathing exercise. This will also help the subtle body, okay? Yeah, that's it. So any other question? And you can put one leg in front of the other. You can do half lotus, putting one leg on top of your opposite thigh, or you can...
But if you do the half lotus, the knee doesn't touch the right knee.
If it doesn't touch, it's better to put it in front. And yeah, he can touch, so he can do it. Just make sure you alternate. Not always put the right on top, because then you will have an imbalance of the hips that after many hours of meditation, it will create some problems. So one session, it can be with the right on top, the other session, switch and put the left on top, okay? And then if you can do full lotus, it's good, but don't force yourself to do full lotus at the expense of your knees or having other problems, because we are not used, since we are children, to have full lotus. Maybe the Indian citizens here can do it, no? You weren't trained since you were children? Okay. But if you see children, it's amazing the flexibility they have. I have nephews, nieces that they can do a full lotus posture without problem. Babies can do it very easily, right? So if you're trained like Tibetans since a young age, then it's the best posture. It's completely stable and it helps a lot. But not forcing ourselves to learn it and do it at this age is not necessary. So there has been people that force themselves to keep the posture, and they have been taken to the hospital because they can't undo the posture later. They are just kind of in a situation, there are problems. So. And try to take breaks in the posture, like if you're doing a long session and you have pain, stretch a little bit, move, alternate with walking meditation. Don't force too much, okay? Anything else about this breathing exercise? No? Was clear?
Just when you inhale, you do it with, does it matter which nostril, right or left, or when you breathe in, you have to do it through the right or the left nostril? Which one?
The first time, we're doing the right nostril. Inhale. Then we exhale through the left. Then we inhale through the right, exhale through the left. We do it 3 times. Then 3 times, inhale through the left, exhale through the right. Then 3 times, inhale with both nostrils, exhale with both nostrils. Okay?
Does it
Yeah?
matter which hand we use to cover our nostril?
Yeah. Yeah. When we're doing the right channel, we're using the right hand. When we're doing the left channel, we're using the left hand.
And what is the ring finger?
The ring finger goes like this. Like we're pressuring here, a point we have here. We have a channel that connects, that is important here. So we do a little pressure here below the ring finger. And we put just a little pressure with our thumbs and then close the hands around it. Okay? And when we do this, we're keeping this point, but we're using the index finger to cover the nostrils. But we're still holding this thing here. Okay? Don't push too hard or tension, just slightly. Okay? Anything else? No?
Is this similar to in yogic practice what they call pranayama?
It's a form of pranayama because we are manipulating the breath in a way to help our minds, to help our bodies. But it's a particular form of the Tibetan yogas, so it's different than the pranayama we have in yoga, right? In the Hindu yoga.
So in this visualization, we're not thinking about the other chakras, or is that a later stage?
We're not doing now the chakras, we're not thinking about the chakras. They do pass these channels through all these chakras, but we're not visualizing them now. We're not only focusing on the channels. We will do a practice later where we are going to involve the visualization of the chakras, but that's another thing we're going to do. Okay? Anything else? Okay, well, see you later.